The new Stepford County Railway update has caused no shortage of controversy amongst the game's player base. In this video, I'm going to dive into why a lot of people are upset and why I think that this is a bad move from the higher ups. If you're part of the Stepford County Railway community, you've probably already heard about the developer's decision to implement a new longer trains game pass for 1,000 Robux. This unlocks the ability for players to drive trains that are more than 7 cars in length. This has caused a huge amount of backlash from the game's player base. But why? To find out, I ventured into the depths of knowledge that is the SCR Discord server. There seem to be a number of people here with different views that can be grouped into the following main categories. People who don't like the idea of having a game pass, people who don't mind longer trains being a game pass but are upset at the price, and the people who are fine with the new game pass. Let's take a look at each of these in a bit more detail. First, the people who don't think that it's right for the new update to be locked behind a paywall. It seems that this group of people think that it's unfair that the new Class 390, alongside all of the other variants of trains already in the game that have been made longer, are only available to be accessed by spending Robux, which for a lot of people means spending real money. At 1,000 Robux, this is around £10, and considering that Stepford County Railway's player base is primarily made up of children and young teens, who obviously will not have jobs, this means that these players will be relying upon their parents' money in order to be able to drive the new trains. And unfortunately, not everyone is fortunate enough to be in a position where their parents are able to spend £10 on a Roblox train. The argument could be made that Stepford County Railway has always had the option of purchasing points for the players who don't want to work for them. However, the big difference in this situation is that these new trains can solely be unlocked by buying a game pass. There is no way to work for them, which is likely why so many people are upset. Next, let's talk about the players that say that a game pass is fair, but at 1,000 Robux, SCR has made it too expensive. From what I've seen in the Discord server, this group's views slightly overlap with what I've already spoken about in the sense that they feel that the new Game Pass is too expensive considering Stepford County Railway's player base's age and what players are getting for the price. The difference here is though that a lot of these people say that they understand that SCR has developers and other staff who need to get paid in order to make spending time working on the game viable, and like many other Roblox games, this is just one of the ways in which players can support the team behind a game that they enjoy playing. There's also the players who don't have an issue with the new Game Pass at all, but that's quite self-explanatory, so we won't cover that in detail. Having now found out why people are upset, I moved on to trying to work out SCR's reasoning behind the decision of stepping away from their usual approach of making players purchase trains with points, which can be earned in-game, to making the vast majority of players take out their, or well, their parents' wallets. And I just want to preface this by saying that all of what I'm about to say is simply speculation and it's all my own opinion. The new update was announced on Christmas Eve of 2024 at 6:30 PM, and I don't think that this is a coincidence. Christmas is a time where many, especially young people, will be home and spending time with their families. As we've mentioned before, a lot of the SCR player base is younger, and so by choosing to update the game with this feature when they did, that means that there's a higher likelihood that many of these young people will have seen the addition of the new Game Pass, and with Christmas just a matter of hours away, would go on to ask for Robux to buy the Game Pass as a Christmas gift. And I can imagine a lot of people would be getting Roblox gift cards for Christmas anyway. But I can't blame the higher ups at Stepford County Railway for the timing of the update. After all, making new updates for a game of SCR's magnitude takes a lot of time from many people. All these people do have to put food on the table somehow, and it's only fair that they are reimbursed for their time, and I don't see how this could be any different to a company doing a Christmas sale in order to increase their profits, or releasing a new product near Christmas. Another potential reason for the addition of a Game Pass is that, over the last year or so, many people have felt that SCR is declining. This in turn would mean that fewer people were buying points, which to my knowledge is the only way that SCR was making profit up until this point. By adding something to the game that can only be unlocked with a purchase as opposed to points which can be earned by playing the game, it forces the players who want the new trains to spend their Robux. So what are my thoughts on it? Well, in my opinion, I don't think that having a Game Pass is bad in itself. After all, there's many games, both inside and outside of Roblox, that use Game Passes or similar methods such as DLCs to help them cover their costs. But I do think that, Considering the age of SCR players and how much Roblox Game Passes usually cost, it would have been fairer for the Game Pass to cost more around the 250 to 500 Robux mark, especially considering it only adds one new train, with all of the other trains being longer variants of trains that were already in the game. When it comes to the Class 390, however, I definitely do not think that it's worth the big price tag if you're buying the Game Pass for the sole purpose of getting this new train. Whilst it does look quite neat from the outside, there are aspects of it that are disappointing. It doesn't tilt as it does in real life, although I know that this isn't easy to add, but for what it costs, I do feel that it should. I've also been told that some of the sounds are inaccurate, such as the horn being reused from the game's Class 707. And, to add to this, there's a bit of attention to detail missing inside the train, such as this information display that does not change. But I want to hear your thoughts too. Let me know in the comments what your opinions are on this new update, and do you think that we will see a future where more and more SCR content is locked behind the paywall of a Game Pass? Aside from that, that's all I have for you today, and please do leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And until next time, bye for now.